Hey everyone, today we're going to discuss about graphing the line of best fit. So in our previous lesson, we've learned about regression analysis. And di ba sa regression analysis, meron tayong regression equation. Now, the line of best fit is basically the graphical representation of that regression equation. So, dito natin ma-observe na yung scatter plot natin, di ba marami siyang points? Yun yung way kung paano natin mag-graph yung trend line niya. Okay? So the line of best fit or the regression line is a straight line that best represents the data on a scatter plot. So pag kinraph natin yung line of best fit natin, makita natin yung mga points ng scatter plot dapat malapit doon. Marami sa kanila malapit doon dapat. Kung hindi sila malapit doon, then it paints a question on how close is the relationship between the two variables. Kasi yun nga yung purpose ni line of best fit. Dapat makadrawing tayo ng line na malapit doon sa line na yun yung mga points. Okay? So, example tayo. A biologist wants to predict the weight of a person undergoing a diet. His weight in kilograms over time in weeks is presented in the table below. That has significance at 0.05 level of significance. So, ito yung weeks. Ito yung weight. Determine the regression equation, graph the line of best fit, predict the weight of the individual after 3 months. So, mahaba na naman yung steps natin kasi kailangan natin daanin yung correlation analysis, i-test yung significance, solve for R, solve for the regression equation, saka pa natin i-graph. So, nababasin natin, no? Nag-continue lang yung nagiging lesson natin, nadadagdagan. Well, ganun talaga sa regression analysis. So, ayun. Gagawin natin, determine the regression equation using the formula y equals bx plus a. Then, we graph it. So, to determine the regression equation, we start by having the null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis, there's no significant relationship between the weight of the person and the number of weeks passed. Alternative hypothesis, there's a significant relationship between the weight of the person and the number of weeks passed. Next step, anong appropriate test na gamitin natin? We will use the t-test for testing the population correlation coefficient. Bakit? Kasi inaalam lang natin kung yung relationship ba nila ay significant. Anong type of test natin? Two-tailed. Two-tailed naman lagi kapag itong testing the population correlation coefficient. Anong critical value natin? So, start tayo kay level of significance. Anong level of significance natin? 0.05. So, gagamitin ang t-table to determine the critical value. Start tayo, degrees of freedom, n minus 2. So, n is 6. 6 minus 2, 4. So far sa mga examples natin, puro n equals 6 ang nagagamit ko, no? Pero, read nyo rin yung ibang example natin, hindi naman ibig sabihin nito laging 6 lang dapat yung n. That's not the case. It just so happen na puro 6 yung nagagamit ko so far. So, degrees of freedom na 4, and level of significance natin, 0.05. So, anong titingnan natin? Yung column ni 0.95. So, the critical numbers are positive, negative, 2.776. And positive, negative siya because we're dealing with a two-tailed test. Next naman natin, let's determine the value of the correlation coefficient R. So, balik tayo kay table. Yung weeks, assign it as X. Yung weight, Y. So, here are the values for X and Y. Kunin si X squared. Paano nakuha si X squared? Kunin si X, get the square. Ito yun. Paano naman makuha si Y squared? Get the value of Y, square it. So, I'll leave it up to you kung paano nyo i-compute yan, okay? XY, paano ko sa XY? Multiply mo lang yung X at saka Y. Yung magkatapat. Then, we have these values. Now that you have the values for xy, x squared, y squared, and xy, we add them up. Take the summation of x 21. Summation of y, 414.4. Summation of x squared, 91. Summation of y squared, 28,685. Summation of xy, 1,417.1. So, kayo na mag-compute yan ha. And, gamitin yung formula ni R. Substitute lang. Substitute. We get approximately negative 0.997. Normally, we would not be using negative 1 in this case. Bakit hindi natin gagamitin negative 1 in this case? Kasi yung negative 1, it's a perfect negative correlation. Ito, ang mahaba lang siya ng value. Negative 0.997, so on and so forth kasi yan eh. It's classified as a very high correlation. Kaso pag 0.99 lang ginamit ko, pag nag-round up siya, matic 1, di ba? It would not be good kung magamit natin yung negative 1 na perfect. Kasi, in essence, di pa rin naman siya perfect. Negative 0.99 something parang naman siya. So, let's just take another digit here para mas maging accurate siya. Kasi hindi natin pwede sabihin perfect eh. Kasi hindi naman talaga siya perfect, very high lang. So, we make use of negative 0.997. That's a very high negative correlation. So, R is that value, N is 6. Substitute kay test value. Ito yung test value natin para malaman natin kung mag-reject ba tayo ng null hypothesis or hindi. So, substitute natin dito. Substitute. We get negative 25.76. That's our test statistic. So, determine natin kung i-reject ba yung null hypothesis. Let's construct a normal curve. Critical value, negative 2.776 and positive 2.776. Nasaan si negative 25 dyan? Nandito. Somewhere here. So, it's in the rejection region, if you observe, no? So, we will reject the null hypothesis and consider the alternative hypothesis. So, ano yung alternative hypothesis? There's a significant relationship between the weight of the person and the number of weeks passed. This means that we can further analyze the data using regression analysis. So, yun, dito pa lang tayo papasok naman, regression analysis. Take note, wala pa tayo ng pinaka-lesson natin, which is yung graphing the line of best fit. Tapusin pa natin itong regression analysis. Medyo mahaba, ano? So, formula natin, here's for A and here's for B. So, kailangan natin yan to determine the regression equation y equals bx plus A. So, for A, substitute mo lang summation of y times summation of x squared minus summation of x times summation of xy all over n times summation of x squared minus the square summation of x. Substitute the given values, we get A equals 75.73. For B naman, anong formula? N times summation of xy minus summation of x times summation of y all over n times summation of x squared minus the square summation of x. Substitute the values, we get negative 1.90 as our B. Remember, B is the slope and A is the intercept. So, A equals 75.73, B negative 1.90. So, let's substitute that in our regression equation, y equals bx plus A. So, the equation is y equals negative 1.90x plus 75.73. That's the regression equation. Now, step 8, let's graph the line of best fit. So, i-graph lang natin itong equation na to. And if you wish, we can also graph yung mga values na nakalagay dun sa kanina. Yung points 1 to 6 na profit na ba to? Yung yung weight pala ng person. Sorry, forgot na. As we can see here, ito yung equation, yung graph of line of best fit. Yan po yun. And the points, they may not be exactly on the line, but we can observe that they're close, right? So, ganun talaga yung purpose ni trend line. Observe natin yung line na yung points ay malapit doon. So, predict natin, ano ba yung weight ng individual after 3 months? So, let x be to 3 ba tayo? Hindi po. Let x be equal to 12. Kasi yung x natin, it is the weight after some weeks. So, kung gusto natin malaman is after 3 months, let x be equal to 12. So, that's negative 190 times 12 plus 73.76. We have to do 2.93. So, ang projection natin, yung weight ng individual na yon is 52.93 kilograms after 3 months. So, that's how we predict values of dependent variables given yung independent variables. So yun. Marami pang example dito. Aralin niyo lahat. Okay? So, the line of best fit is the line that represents the data. If the relationship between the two variables are significant, then the points should be close to the line of best fit. It is the graph of the regression equation. So, that's it. In our next lesson naman, we will be making use of statistical test na sobrang magagamit nyo kapag nag-research na kayo. So, yun. And ako ay, ang lesson natin sa stat, yung book natin nag-end talaga dito. But I opted to add the next lesson yung para sa statistical test natin para kapag nag-research kayo, you have a reference to look at para malam natin kung ano yung statistical test na gagamitin natin. So, ayun. I hope you guys learned a lot today. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys on my next video.